Good day guys and welcome back to the Rassic Brothers. Now today we are talking UFC. So over the last couple months the UFC community has been very curious to know what the main event will be for UFC 300. There has been talks with the likes of Conor McGregor coming back, Khabib coming back, Brock Lesnar even coming back. So there has been so much excitement around what is going to be the main event for UFC 300. The fights we had so far before the announcement, they are just outstanding. Every fight is a banger, whether it's the early prelims, it's just going to be insane. But I think Dana White has made a mistake. I think that the main event is very anticlimactic.
This is number one bullshit.
If you guys don't know already, the main event is Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill for the light heavyweight title. And look, it's a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight, but it's not UFC 300 main event worthy. And for Dana White to put us on almost 3 months of waiting to know what this main event's going to be, for it to be Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill is a little bit disappointing. I think Pereira is a great pick for the main event, but Jamal Hill, he's not that 300 wow factor, and that's no offense to Jamal Hill. He's a great fighter, but he hasn't fought since January last year. He's not the biggest personality in the UFC. There's so many better options. I think it should have been Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway for the main event. That's a lot more main event worthy. And I think the UFC community would agree, because you got Max Holloway, who's been fighting since 2012 in the UFC, is a featherweight champion, versus Justin Gaethje, who's been fighting longer than both Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira. He's the highlight for a reason. It's going to be such an intense fight, but that should have been the main event. Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill, it's going to be a good fight, but it's not main event worthy, and it's not worth waiting nearly 3 months to hear. So it's very disappointing, but it's still going to be great. UFC 300, it certainly isn't ruined, but it's a little bit disappointing, I think. And I was hoping that Conor would return and take on Michael Chandler, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Earlier on today, I live in Australia, if any of you are watching from overseas, Volkanovski, it hurts, but I think he will be back. I don't think he's the type of fighter to lose it. His last 2 opponents have been some of the toughest in the UFC, but Robert Whittaker, let's talk about his performance. I thought that was a great statement against Paulo Costa, and I think he's almost ready for the rematch against Drakus. But back on to 300, I just want to quickly say before we end this video that it is a little bit disappointing. I would have loved to see Nate Diaz even on it. A few more veterans maybe, but it's still going to be great. I think the main event is probably the only lacking point. If they made it Gaethje versus Holloway, it would have made the whole card look a lot better. So I think the UFC and Dana White have made a mistake there. But overall, I'm still so excited for it. It's going to be awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a bit different if you are a regular viewer of our channel, UFC. We haven't made any UFC videos before, but I just wanted to share my thoughts and hope you guys enjoy. If you want to see more UFC videos, leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers.